Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are all well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Before we move forward, you know what we need to do. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well. Friday, hey? Friday. Moving into the weekend, big game for Chelsea. Chelsea versus Southampton at home. Chelsea on the back of obviously losing back-to-back games against both Juventus and Man City as well. Before we move forward, guys, I know there's not many of you in here. I was meant to have started a bit later, so we're still waiting for people to come through. Please make sure that you smash the like button. Smash the like button. Subscribe to GNA TV. Let's share it on all your socials as well, guys. Let's help this stream today get boosted by resharing it out on your socials so people can come and join, subscribe, and be a part of this great community, the GNA community, the best community going. And we're going to continue going and we're going to continue moving. We are on the road to 3K, as you already know. We're 200 odd away from 3K subscribers, which is huge for the channel as well. But I do need you to smash the like button. Let's try and get up to a minimum of 30 to 40 likes as quickly as possible, please, if we can do that as well. I thought Chelsea might have been doing a press conference, but I can't seem to see it at the moment. But yeah, we move. Who have we got in the chat at the moment? Let's let people come in slowly. We have got Football Style. Big up to you, my guy. I hope you are having a great day. Big Ron, as always, showing his support. I've got big time for him. Hope you're well, Big Ron. Looking forward to the encounter between Chelsea versus Man United. Be good to get you actually on the panel when we do that. Concierge of Crime, always a massive supporter of GNA TV, is in the house right now. Big up to him. He says, massive performance needed tomorrow. Bro, you couldn't have said it any better. This performance that we need to bring through over the weekend is important. 3 points are important. And it will need to be done. You know, we will need a good performance from the boys. And I think there will be a lot of shake-ups. There will be a lot of shake-ups. We're going to talk about team news, even though the press conference supposedly coming on at 1:30, which is good, which means you guys can let me know in the chat what Tuchel's saying, what the updates are, and then we can review the 11 that we potentially will be looking to start with. I mean, I've got my preferred 11, but we just don't know if any of these individuals may be injured or not. Obviously, once we know, it'll be more clearer. But what we will do in the meantime is we'll talk about the proposed team news and the team injuries, people that we know are going to be out. Slowly let people get involved. Smash the like button. Tuchel in the last 2 games has done big mistakes. Velvet, elaborate on that, mate. What is it that he's done that is big mistakes for you? Is it the formation? Is it the way we set up? What is it that you feel that we have actually potentially mucked up on? 1:30, big up. 1:30, big up, Jim. Happy Friday. Pencil me in, bro, for that United versus Chelsea showdown. Will be fun. Yeah, big run. 100%, mate. You're always welcome to tune in and join us on that one, my guy. Unpopular opinion, we were very good and dominant against Juventus, just unlucky. Yeah, I would agree with that. No, I would agree with that, actually. I don't think we were even unlucky, actually. I disagree with that. I think we dominate like we dominate anyway, usually in games. It's just that we have no end products, something that we actually have a problem with at the moment. You know, we're not creating enough. And even when we do have them small opportunities, we're not taking them opportunities as well. Something that we need to, start doing, really. Something we really need to start doing. Jorginho rested, RLC starts. We will talk Chelsea 11. I will give my proposed Chelsea 11. Then we'll open up the lines. Then obviously Tuchel should have spoke about team news, who's in, who's out. We can then go back into it, re-elaborate on it, get you involved as well. I think Kante, Jorginho and James. Yeah, they're all certain. I don't know if they're injured. I know James is. I know Kante is. I don't know about Jorginho. We're still waiting on Jorginho news, which we should get very soon. We will delve into that. Against City last week, we didn't make press all at Man City. We did in the first half of the Champions League final, and that's over passive football. made our players make mistakes. I get that, but at the same time, with Man City, we played a completely different formation. A completely different formation. A formation that, in many ways, we shouldn't have played. We should have just stuck to what we knew. You know, we beat them on a 3-4-3, and it was something we should have done moving forward, and we decided not to do that for whatever reasons. It is what it is. We move. But anyway, guys, like I said, I will share some little bit of news prior to the Tuchel press conference, stuff that we will potentially hear later on. We have here the news on Chelsea at the moment. Team news: Mason Mount is due to come back into the team, something that we were expecting to happen. Obviously, Tuchel's going to be letting us know at 1:30 in the press conference. Hakim Ziyech is the individual that most people think he will replace if he does come in. He has been out for the last 2 games, and he has been sorely missed in the last 2 games as well. However, Christian Pulisic, Reece James both remain on treatment room with ankle injuries. We already know that. I don't think there's much more on that in terms of from Tuchel. Obviously, Reece James has been announced as a part of the team in the England squad as well. So, you know, he's been taken for a reason, which tells me that he should be back at some point soon. There was talks about him being injured for 6 weeks. 6 weeks? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So, yeah, let's wait and see what Tuchel says about that. Christian Pulisic is meant to have been back over a week ago, still out injured as well. We're again waiting for Tuchel to give us an update on that one. N'Golo Kante is still self-isolating due to COVID reasons. Obviously, he is tested positive for COVID and he's out. However, Ben Chilwell, Loftus-Cheek, you know, may potentially return into the 11 over the weekend. We will talk about them a bit more later on. We'll talk about who we would potentially like to see lined up and playing against Southampton at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll give our reasons as to why. Because I think there's a lot up in the air at the moment as to who should be coming in, who should be going out, who should actually be benched, who deserves to be sitting on the bench. You know, because we've got a number of players that could potentially be thrown on the bench. Marcus Alonso. God knows. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to be doing? Meanwhile, Southampton's Broja is ineligible to face us, obviously, because we're his parent club. He cannot feature against Chelsea. Jack Stevens is out for 10 weeks for Southampton. Will Smallbone is edging closer, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. Stuart Armstrong and Theo Walcott will be past fit to the encounter at the Capital, so they will be available as well. He's unlikely to make any changes, but Musa then Djenepo will hope to be recalled to the left over Nathan Redmond, basically. Yeah, so that's fair enough. So in terms of possible lineups, this is what they think. They think Mendy, Silva, Christensen, Rudiger, Aspie, Jorginho, Kovacic, Chilwell, Mount, Havertz, Lukaku. I would go absolutely the opposite to that. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't go for that. With Southampton, they're saying Livramento, Benderek, Salisu, Walkers, Peters, Elioanasi, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, Djenepo, Adams, Armstrong is their proposed lineup. Let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Big up to Ads with the donation. He says, okay to him as well. Big up to Blue Lounge in the house as well. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're really well. Big up to Mo. Roy, big up to you, man. I haven't seen you out in a while, Spurs fan. Been a while, mate. It's been a while. I hope you're well. Big up to Declared, who's in the house as well. Good, yeah. I hope you're well, mate. Says good morning. Declared doesn't actually sleep. Declared actually does not sleep. It's mad. Over 20 of you here right now, guys. We should be pushing on our ways to 30 likes. Please just try and get to the 30 like marks for GNA TV. And like I said, please share on all your socials. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Let's push it out there. Ziyech, I think, hey all to VJ, big up to you as well. How can you get in a crowded defence with Havertz and Ziyech? I think you're still reverting, Velvet, to that Juventus game, which we have already highlighted, already spoken about as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to leave it there. I don't really want to continue talking about that. The past is the past. We need to start looking to the future, guys. We need to start looking to the future. The future, as they say, back to the future. Over 30 people here, 30 likes. Let's go. Smash the like button. Press Tuchel's press conferences at 1:30. We will be giving updates to that in the chat here. I'll be giving my preferred 11. Tuchel will probably be talking while I'm doing that. and then we will get the lines out and let's see if any of these players that we've supposedly picked can be replaced. I want your thoughts and opinions on the game. Who you think deserves an opportunity? That's my question to you guys right now. Who deserves an opportunity to start tomorrow against Southampton? Who deserves? And I want to know your reasons why. We can obviously do that when I pull out the link as well. But at the same time, let's try and let's talk in the chat. If you can give me some questions and answers in the chat, it would be good to know. Lukaku is an issue for our attack. No one wants to talk about it. Rodrigo, on GNA TV, we can always talk about people like Lukaku, our main guy. If you're not happy about it, we could talk about it. But explain, elaborate. Elaborate why Lukaku is a problem for Chelsea. I've been saying this ever since we signed him. Lukaku is making our play too predictable and he is not as mobile as Werner. Now, I agree partly to what you're saying in regards to Lukaku. He is very static. When you look at how we played last year, we had a lot of movement between Havertz, between Werner and between Mount. Whoever it is that was playing as the three, there was an alternation between them. And that really helped us in games. It helped the system massively as well. Timo Werner and his movement is massively important. This is why I say it's important to see Timo Werner playing. I think it's important to see Timo Werner playing in the squad. I agree that he can be static. However, Lukaku has to adapt and we have to kind of adapt to him. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Tuchel's got a system. He wants people to play it. He wants people to work at it. Fair enough, cool. They need to sort it out, and it needs to be addressed now. We've lost back-to-back games. We've got a nice little run, which we'll go through the fixtures in a minute before I do the lineups. Actually, we've got a nice little run coming up of games where we want to see points. I want to see decent performances. I want to see a bit of hunger. I want to see a bit of fire in the belly. I want to see creativity. I want to see them concentration levels and complacency levels sorted out. But I want us to be, how we was prior to, last season, very strong and solid, creating a lot. And hopefully Lukaku, rather than giving Lukaku 1 or 2 chances, give him 4 or 5. Let him put him in the back of the net. Ziyech has been appointed as the head lemonade maker. Oh, dude, that's a funny one. I like that, concierge. Big up to you as well. Barkley. Mo, I know what you're doing, mate. I know what you're doing. Explain to me why Ross Barkley deserves an opportunity in this team over the others that we've got coming back in, if you're actually being that serious. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because he has good in his movement forward. Yeah, I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek deserves an opportunity. I don't see why not. We need someone to be progressive. We need someone to beat the line, play them balls directly, be quick, break them down. We need that. We need someone to do that. Jorginho, as great as he is, slows the game down. Kovacic, as good as he can be inconsistent. Kante is always injured. We never ever fit Kante. He's becoming like Pulisic now. There's always something going on with him. If it's not an injury, he's, poor him's got COVID, but it is what it is. Last year, we played well, better and much more fluid. We just kept on missing chances. But this year, we are not playing intricate passing around the box. And I agree with that. I think you're right in what you're saying. And I know what you're saying. Some people don't want to talk about this because it involves Lukaku. He scored 4 goals in 8 games. But it's worth a discussion. We can talk about it. The lines will open. Rodrigo, you've come in here before. Come in, have a chat about it. Question it. Let's talk about Lukaku. If Lukaku's the issue, what is it that we need to do? Rodrigo, my question to you, my man. Would you drop Lukaku and go back to what we did last year and play a 3 of Werner, Havertz and Mount? Would you look to do that? Do you think that's what Chelsea need to do for now? Ben Chilwell. Ruben Loftus-Cheek because he's good on the ball movement. Yep, I hear that. Andre, big up to you, mate. He says, I believe Ruben Loftus-Cheek should replace Jorginho tomorrow. Ruben Loftus-Cheek came as a sub twice in the last 2 games and looked very sharp. On the other hand, Jorginho looked a bit tired due to the amount of games, and they both did. Kovacic and Jorginho did both look tired. They looked like it got to them a little bit. 100%. I agree with that. So, Blue Mo, I don't know if you're being serious or not, but you're saying taking on players, shooting from range, and something to prove. Now, he's talking about Ross Barkley. Do we agree with Mr. Blue Lounge? If you don't know Blue Lounge, go and follow him on YouTube as well, guys. Big up to him. He's on his road to 8K. I don't know if he's there actually now, but just go and check that out and subscribe to his channel as well. He reckons Barkley deserves an opportunity because he shoots, he takes on players, and he has something to prove. Do you agree that Ross Barkley deserves a chance at this football club? If you want my opinion, I think no. I think no. There's more people that deserve opportunities than him in the team. Mason Mount comes back in. Timo Werner deserves an opportunity. And if we're going to play Lukaku up front, them 2 slots are gone. Barkley doesn't deserve to get in that team. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Over 40 of you here right now, guys. Smash the like button. I'm going to do my preferred team lineup. Thomas Tuchel's going live at 1:30. He will then bring us up to date with the team news, which we kind of know. It's just whether or not there's going to be any new injuries or any people that are actually coming back in. But make sure we smash it. We should be over 30 likes now, guys. Subscribe to the channel as well. Let's go. Barkley, because he will be able to use both his legs, unlike Ziyech. Yeah, that's it. Ziyech's getting it badly by our boys, isn't it? Ziyech is getting ruined. Ziyech is getting ruined at the moment. I wouldn't drop Lukaku. We spent 98 million on him. We just need to have more players around him. Therefore, the 3-4-3 has to be discarded. Rodrigo, good. I hear you. I do hear that. But what formation would you play to get the best out of Lukaku and the players behind him? What do you think Chelsea need to do to get this to work, get this to tick, get the creativity back, get us giving Lukaku more chances in front of goal? What is it we need to do? Let me know. Big up to JJ in the house. My guy, hope you're well. We need to play a 4-3-3. Lukaku needs players around him in short distances, around 5 to 10 meters near him at all times. Now, you think of individuals that can actually do that. Hakim Ziyech doesn't do it. Mason Mount can, but this, he does a bit of both. Timo Werner definitely can do it. He can definitely be closer to Lukaku. Kai Havertz can do it. He can be closer to a Lukaku. It's the alternation between them that you need. That's what we need. That is what we need. What are your thoughts of Ruben and Sal starting? What, together? I don't know, Leslie. I don't know if that's the right option. Ruben and Sal. I think you will see a Jorginho or even a Kovacic, one of the two. Play in this, obviously play. And I would like to see Ruben next to it. Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but we're taking a risk. We're taking a risk. We need to get points on the board. We should be playing Thiago Silva. We should be playing Jorginho, Kovacic. We are playing these guys at the moment, and we're not getting the performance levels out of them in the first place. So why not play someone that's got fresh legs, that has a point to prove, like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's actually already played and showed us that he is decent enough to be in that position? Why not just give him the opportunity? He can do it against Southampton. I don't think Southampton's an issue for him. Jim, would you take Chiesa if that made Ziyech and Werner had to go? I'll take Chiesa over Ziyech, and I'd keep Werner, because I think Werner, Chiesa, and Lukaku would be sick. Movement, pace, running. You know what I mean? And it always happens. This is why I'm telling you, he's the biggest deceiver of a footballer you are ever going to come across. This guy here. This guy here will have one really good game, done a couple passes here and there, and everyone's like, he's the answer. And then he comes back in the team and he flip-flops. I'm sorry. Ross Barkley, for me, is done. He's seriously got to show me something different. Seriously got to show me consistency. One performance doesn't do anything for me. I'm very, what I'm like when it comes to individual performances. Yes, we can hype them up, but I like consistency. You know me, guys. You know me on here. I think we need to be real with ourselves. I only see Mount and Havertz certainly staying next season. I don't know about the rest. Well, I think Timo Werner will stay providing he gets enough game time. Hakim Ziyech, we just sell. We just sell Hakim Ziyech. If he continues like he is. Christian Pulisic, sell him. If he doesn't feature this season and he continuously becomes a burden to the squad, sell him. Bring in someone else. Bring in someone else. Guys, there's over 40 of you here, nearly 50. Let's push to get to 50 likes or 40 likes. Let's try and get to 40 likes. What are we at the moment? We should be on at least 40 likes from you guys by now. We are on 19 likes and it's over 40 of you here. That's just not good enough. That's just not good enough, guys. Come on, man. We should be on over 30 likes now. Get me to 30 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get to over 40 likes, guys. Please, let's do that. We need to have 1 or 2 players around Lukaku. Yeah, we spoke about that already. I'm going to do my proposed team lineup before Tuchel. Obviously, Tuchel's going to be doing his press conference soon. While he's doing that, I'm going to go through who I think we should be starting. And in the meantime, guys, if you do watch the press conference, please let me know in the chat who is in, who is out, and then I'll open up the lines. You can get involved and we will talk. But I can't give the link until we get over 40 likes. 40 likes. We're at 19 likes. 40 people here. Come on, man. We're better than this. Formation change incoming is what Mo is saying. Could be. Could be. We'll see. I don't think it's the form. It's the players in midfield and behind him. They have no killer instinct up front. Let's face it, none of them are lethal going forward. Only Lukaku. Yes, if you're talking about the killer instinct in front of goal, I agree. I do agree with that. Yeah, we need more from him. I can't even argue it. We need more from him. Big up GMIC 0-0. We're going to talk about scorelines a bit later on as well. Get your score predictions in a bit later. Let's see if there's anything else before I decide to do my team lineup. Barkley, come on, Sal has played 90. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has deserved a chance. Chilwell is back. Mount plus Reece James are back soon. Werner is available too. We don't need big changes. I agree with Declared on that one. 5 minutes to press conference. Good to hear. Like I said, keep me in the loop, guys. I am going to throw the link in the chat as well very soon for you guys to get involved. Once I've done my preferred 11. Andre saying Mendy, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Aspie, Chilwell, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Werner, Lukaku, Havertz. Fair enough. No way Pulisic should leave the team. Has no player who will run at players and attempt to go past them. No way Pulisic should leave. The team has no player who will... Yeah, exactly. But you get rid of him and then you go and bring someone in that can do that. Because at the moment, we haven't got that. We haven't got that at the moment. You know, we haven't got that. 26 guys, we're at 26 likes. Come on, let's push the 30 like mark, guys. Chelsea in, Chilwell in, Alonso out. Aspie needs a rest. Choa's win back are not doing their jobs, as you said the other day. Plus, the 210s needs help to help Lukaku. I hear you, my man. I tried Jorginho, Ruben Loftus-Cheek pivot. I believe we need to Jorginho, otherwise we will get countered too easily. Yeah, okay, I hear that. I'm going to go through my preferred 11 based on what we know. Unless something out of the ordinary comes out in terms of new team news and surprises me, I think this is what I'm going to do. And as we go along, we'll discuss each position. Tuchel is going live as well, so keep us in the loop on that. He hasn't. Oh, he is. Is he live now? Let's have a look. Oh no, he's going live in a second. Okay, cool. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Right, team. Let's do it. While he's doing his chat in a bit, let's do out I'm going to do my preferred 11, and then we're going to open up the lines, and then by then we should have the team news from Tuchel to let us know who's in, who's out, whatever. So Mendy goes in. You know, some people were criticising him the other day, saying that part of the reason that goal happened was because he, he should have saved it. You know, I disagree. I don't think he should have had to save it. It was just a good goal. Sometimes we need to accept that he is human. Like, he will concede goals, even though he doesn't concede many. You know, he's only conceded 2 goals in 2 games. And we need to improve on that. Defensively, midfield, you know, we need to give better protection. In terms of right centre-back, I am going with Aspie. I think the reason that I think Aspie will come in under this position is because I do think Thiago Silva will be rested for this game. Been playing a lot of back-to-back games. I know Aspie's played a lot, but at least Aspie, I think you need a leader on there. And I think Tuchel will always look to have some sort of leadership on the pitch. So I would make sure that Aspie is, is in the squad as well. And then I look to the middle and I go for Christensen. Again, all right, he's played a lot of games. He's still young, 26, can play in a central role. He's there to cover Thiago Silva as well. And it makes a lot of sense to me that he comes in and plays this game. You know, pace, they will have pace up front, probably playing Shea Adams and whoever else they're going to play up front. So we're going to need some sort of pace in between. Thiago Silva hasn't got that, even though he doesn't need it. But Aspie will be able to do a job there, and Christensen can play. Rudiger, again, will come in. Some people say we haven't got any backup for him. We haven't. We actually haven't. Rudiger will play. Rudiger will play every game, barring some cup games, like the Carabao Cup, maybe even FA Cup games if they're like against poor teams and whatever. Yeah, they're the times I don't think you'll see Rudiger play. I actually think you'll see Rudiger rested. That's when I expect to see Rudiger rested. But is it an issue? Potentially, because are we burning him out? You could argue that. Christensen can play there. Christensen can play in that position. It's just whether or not we are we're going to do that. You might see that. You might even see that Rudiger gets a rest and Thiago Silva plays. You might see that one time. Silva, Aspie, Christensen. But I just think you have to manage Thiago Silva. And these guys are still very young. I say very young, but in their peaks, Rudiger's 28. So I would understand. It would make sense as to why that would happen. We go left wing back. And if I do not see this guy playing, then I give up. He deserves an opportunity. He came on against Juventus in the second half, gave us a very good performance for me. I thought he done very well. Chilwell gives us a lot. Chilwell gives this team a lot. He offers a lot. He offers more than Alonso. Yeah, a lot. Everyone's saying, but until Alonso, dips in form, then Chilwell's gonna, have to sit on the bench. Alonso has dipped in form. Alonso can't get any better than what you are currently seeing, people. You need to understand this. I don't mind Alonso playing in games. I haven't got that issue, him coming in, rotating, playing, no problem. But he should not be our starting left wing back. Part of the issues that I think we have with this system is that we have Reece James and Chilwell, who we saw last season, that give us balance going forward and backwards, can both attribute to goals, score goals in Chilwell's case. And it works better. It doesn't work when you've got Aspie playing there and you've got Alonso playing there. I'm sorry, it doesn't. They're not creative enough. They're not quick enough. They're just not good enough to play in them positions. Alonso can play there on and off on a game, can have a very good game, score a goal, providing he's in the box. But Chilwell and Reece James, if we want to see the creativity, if we want to see the balance, if we want to see the 3-4-3 actually work, which we haven't seen the last two games, they're the two that need to be starting. I keep stressing this. They need to be playing. Obviously, Reece James is injured at the moment. We can't have him in. Cool. But Chilwell should be starting. He needs to have minutes. He needs to have minutes and he needs to play for me massively. Ugh, why did I do that? Why did I? He needs to be over 50 of you here. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. The link will be in the chat soon. Thomas Tuchel is live as well. I will be, guys in the chat that are watching that, keep me updated on the team news with him as well. If there's anything out of the ordinary, it comes out. Right wing back. I am going to surprise you. I want to see Callum Hudson-Odoi. Offensively, we need to see more. We need to see more offensively. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, he gives us that. Callum Hudson-Odoi gives us the offensive. I mean, all right, sometimes he lets us down because he doesn't make that run. He should take the player on. He doesn't want to. But this is the kind of game where we need to score goals. We need to create. We need runners. We need players that can actually dribble. Be direct. Callum Hudson-Odoi will do that for Chelsea. And this is a game where, again, I think you'll see low block. I think you'll see them set up to be hard to break down. I want to see Callum Hudson-Odoi and Chilwell in these games. Abs is saying Cho needs to start. I agree. Cho does need to start. James is out. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Tuchel said Reece isn't going with England. So is that more of a... How long is he out? How long is he out? Mount is back in the squad. That's good. I'm seeing that as I go along. Mount is back in the squad. Cool. Let's move then. Jorginho. Providing he's not injured, and providing you guys don't tell me Jorginho's injured, or Tuchel doesn't announce that Jorginho's injured, I think Jorginho needs to start. Jorginho, and the man next to him is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I want to see this, and I'm going to explain at the end why, and why I think it will work. Why I think this system would work going into this game. I will explain it all at the end. Give you a bit of a analogy system breakdown for you guys, and why. Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Chilwell is a good enough midfield for me. Jorginho can sit, play that ticky-tacky, keep the ball moving. Loftus-Cheek can press. Loftus-Cheek can be direct. Loftus-Cheek can break the lines, as Callum Hudson-Odoi can do as well. Chilwell can do a bit of both, up and down the pitch, support, give us options on that wing. If you look at our wing-backs, that is enough there to create. There is enough there to create. Easily to create. This is why I want to see it. People keep smashing the like button. Over 50 of you here. Let's try and get to 40 likes. I don't know where I'm at the moment, but we should be over 30. We should at least be over 30. Yeah, 32. We're 8 away from 40. Let's get to the 40 mark. Please, guys, let's do that. The link will be in the chat very soon as well after I've given this to you guys. Right. Lukaku still starts with me. As much as people say we should rest him, play the false 9 free match, no. We need to get goals out of him. We will give him more chances if we set up the way I'm setting up. I'm telling you now, mark my words. If we set up in the system that I have set up, this will work. I want to see Timo Werner in this game. And I want to see Mason Mount in this game. That is my proposed lineup. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I propose or think that this should be the lineup. Number one, many players are not taking their opportunities at our football club. Hakim Ziyech has not taken his opportunity. Kai Havertz has not taken his opportunity. Both of these individuals played in the previous game against Juventus. And for me, both do not deserve a start. Ziyech definitely doesn't deserve a start. Havertz doesn't deserve a start based on his performance. Have to keep the same energy. He maybe just needs to have a rest and watch, unfortunately. The reason I would play the people at the back, Christensen, Rudiger and Aspie, is because we need a leader. So your leader's there in Aspie. We need pace. So you have to play Rudiger and Christensen. They will have Shea Adams. They'll have players. They'll have runners that can cause us problems on counters. So we need the runners at the back. The reason I would play Callum Hudson-Odoi, the reason I would play this midfield, we need to create. We need to be offensively good going forward. Now, to be able to create, we need to have players that can dribble. We need players that can be progressive. Callum Hudson-Odoi can dribble. He just limits himself. He needs to do it. He just needs to go at it, be strong and take players on and do what he does best. And if he does that and he hogs that wing, if he hogs the wing and he's up there, you will see the Timos and Lukakus, the Mounts who will probably drop in a little deep here, the Chilwells who will come round the back here. We will have enough in the box, providing that we are direct, to be able to create chances, guys. We will be able to create chances if we have wing backs that can drive. Callum Hudson-Odoi will give us that. Chilwell will give us that. He will join the box. If he's got the ball, Callum Hudson-Odoi will join. He'll always hog the wing. What that then allows us to do up here with Werner, Mount and Lukaku is that it gives us movement. It gives us movement. Yes, you will see that Timo Werner will probably play closer to Lukaku. In many ways, you might even see Mount drop here. And Werner, I can't do it, and it's a bit annoying. And Werner play more closer to Lukaku with Hudson-Odoi and Chilwell coming in off the wings. We will create more because Werner will make runs. Werner's movement is very good. Yeah, that will then allow Lukaku and whatever the space that he needs to maybe get an extra yard in front of goal and score, or actually, have a shot on target. Mason Mount, part of the reason why we missed Mason Mount is because he is direct with his passing, probably our most direct. Yeah, he will look up and look forward all the time. And that's what we need, along with his work ethic of being able to drop in when need be. Do not be surprised if you see these two switch. If he goes forward and he's in a position to attack, Mason Mount might drop in and help Jorginho or cover. This all could happen. And I think when you look at this, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Mason Mount, I really want to see all three of these young boys play together in a team. Because why? Because they are progressively very good. They will, in Hudson-Odoi's situation, he will dribble. Loftus-Cheek, he will dribble. He will take on a player. He has the final pass. He will be able to get into a position to make that pass to Werner, to make that pass to a Lukaku, to make that pass to a Chilwell. I want to see this. I want to see this happen. And it can work. And the main thing is, guys, we need to see more offensively. We have to try this. If we do this, I think it may work. I'm not saying it could be the main thing moving forward. You might not see Callum Hudson-Odoi play when Reece James comes back in. Cool. We're cool with that. But Reece James is not in. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if Kovacic isn't performing or is running out of steam, can come in and do a job. And maybe even cement an opportunity of being in the squad and being a starter. Maybe not a starter, or maybe a rotation and play more games throughout the year. Chilwell has to start playing games. We are too slow on the wing-backs when Alonso's there. He will give us that. Mason Mount's important. Lukaku needs creativity. He will get that from these three. And Werner will make the movement. And he will try and contribute as he goes along. He can assist. We know Timo Werner can assist. He can offer a lot. They offer more than I think Ziyech can do. And maybe even Havertz at the moment, until Christian Pulisic comes in, because we haven't seen Pulisic yet. When Pulisic comes in, you might see that Pulisic plays instead of Werner, because we have to see it. But at the moment, we have to see this. I have to see this. We need to score goals. Over 73 of you here, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe to GNA TV if you are new here. I am going to go through your chat as well to see what you are all saying quickly. And then I'm going to open up the lines as well. Is Tuchel still live, is the question. Is he still live? Yes, he is. He is still live. But how many likes have we got? Before I even move forward, how many likes have we currently got at the moment? 44 likes. We're 6 away from that. Let's get there. Let's do it. Timo and Lukaku must play together. I agree. I would rather cover or even Sal. Georgie needs a rest. Move Mount into... Right. I don't mind Cover or Jorginho. I'm just saying it outright. But I just think Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek would work because Jorginho would sit more. And at least then Ruben can be more direct in his runs. He can make that, progressive run. A bit like what Kovacic does. He can be that Kovacic when he plays next to a Jorginho. When you have Kovacic and Ruben on the same pitch, you might see that they both want to progressively move forward a lot more. And there might be space behind. So with Jorginho, he won't do that. He will just sit. And if it comes to him, he'll clear it up and move the ball around. That's what we want, This is the type of match Mount and Kai to get confidence back. All right. Some people are saying that. Dan's saying no. I don't know why he's saying no. We don't want to see that, mate. Tuchel out. We don't want to see that. I've got to be honest, Jem. I feel Tuchel is going with the classic setup with Mount, Lukaku, Havertz, Alonso, Cover, Georgie, Aspie, Rudy, Silva. Why? Why is he going to go and do that? Why would he go and do that? Play Callum on the left, leave Mount on the bench for this game, still recovering from injury. But if he's fit, if he's deemed fit and he's ready to play, Daniel, he plays. That's it. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. He's going to have to play eventually. So why not? Can't Cho just whip it to Lukaku's head with Cho playing on right wing? So you want Cho as a right winger? I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to see this Cho. Cho in right wing thing. I don't think you will, unless we switch the system. Unless we switch the system, then you might see this Cho thing that people are asking for. Wow, Tuchel almost giving football tactical crash course. Wow, what's he done? What has he done? Rubio's not a bad shout, Jem. Interchanging with front three, exactly. Can you see what I am saying, guys, about this system and why I think it can work? Looks decent. Starting to be. Yeah, I gave my reasons. You don't have to agree with me on it. You don't have to agree with me. I just given you a tactical breakdown, a system breakdown as to why I think this could work, and I think it can with Ruben, Mount, and Cho. I want to see that. I want to see them three together. Cho, if he plays to the level that we know, can dribble, run past people, create. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is progressive. He can move, move past midfielders quite easily. He's running again, which is the big thing. He's running past people again, which he wasn't doing in prior seasons. That will create space, and he has end product. If you've got Lukaku and Werner there, he can make them passes. That's good to see. Mason Mount, he will do the bit of both. Very direct with the ball. He'll pick the ball up, play the balls into Werner's, Lukaku's when they're making runs, etc. He'll keep the ball moving quickly. And he can cover Ruben Loftus-Cheek. They can interchange. If Ruben's too far ahead, Mount can drop in. So it's a great option for us that we have. And in terms of Chilwell, we need to see it. We need to see Chilwell give him more time. Alonso is now out of form. There's no more excuses. Oh, Alonso's new until he drops. No. We need to see Chilwell in this team. If we want to see more from what we were like in last year, but with end product, you play your wing backs, your actual wing backs. Chilwell and Reece James when he gets back. They are our proper wing backs. They are the guys that will unlock and create and help us in terms of balance of this system. This is what we're missing, them two. Plus some others, individual others in midfield, which we can debate based on form. Jen, we have the exact same lineup. Big up to you. Tuchel spitting facts today. I want to hear it. So I'm going to put the link in the chat, guys. Come in and have your say as well. Links in the chat. Is Tuchel still live? Is Tuchel still live? He is still live. He is still live. Cool. The link's in the chat. If you are available to come in, get involved, talk to me about my lineup, talk to me about my reasonings, come and get involved. Reason I believe that because we aren't in a panic made to do a lot of drastic changes straight away. But this ain't drastic, is it? What is drastic about this? What is so drastic about this formation? Maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek's a drastic one. Cho's played right wing back before. What's drastic about that? I don't want to see Aspie playing there. Chilwell was not drastic. He should be playing. Chilwell should be in this team. He should be starting. Good game to start Chilwell, Chile versus Livramento. Yeah, that's true. We've got to be up against our boy. The link is in the chat, guys. If you do want to come in and have your say, please click the link. I will get you in as well. Did you think Chilwell might struggle against Livramento? He's just coming back in the fold. No. Do I think Alonso will struggle against Livramento? Yes. Pace. We need to get a winger like Rashford. He'd help the team a lot because he's actually makes runs in behind. Okay. Bit of a weird one, Abs, but I hear you. Chelsea will not win any trophies this year. Maybe the Carabao Cup if they're lucky is what iDrink thinks. Fair enough. We need midfielders that can pass, and that's why I'm saying Ruben. That's why I'm saying Mount, Ruben, maybe to play. Chilwell has got to play regardless of what form. It won't be risky against it. I agree. Mo, or M, should I say? VJ.
Hey.
Netcom, what are you saying, guys? Have you been listening to the Tuchel? Or M, should I say?
VJ. Yep.
I've got feedback. Feedback badly. What are you saying, guys? Have you been listening to the Tuchel? It's from Netcom. It's from Netcom. I can hear you, bro. I can hear myself, and I had to mute you. Guys, how you doing? You all right? What's happening? All good? Anyone there?
Yo, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear me? You all good?
Yeah. All good.
Good. Guys, I mean, who?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? But
Can
next
you
time,
hear me?
you got to come back in, mate. You're badly giving us feedback. I'm repeating myself. Right, over 95 of you here. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are going to review the lineups. This is my proposed lineup, guys. This is what I wanted before while Tuchel was talking. Guys, what was the news that Tuchel came out with? Anything new? Is there anything new that we need to be aware of?
To be honest, nothing significant. I mean, he confirmed that Reese will not be available, and Mount. I guess Mount is also not available. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. And he said that there is a good possibility that Chilwell is going to be playing this game. Not this game, of course, but then he was, kind of suggesting that he would be playing. But the thing is, Mount and Reece James might not be going for the internationals, so that's something that I guess there is
No, I think
confusion
Mount.
between.
I think Mount will be in the England squad.
So was that just Reece James?
Yeah.
So Reece James is not going to be going for the internationals. That's the news that Tuchel informed. There's some sort of a confusion between the Chelsea board and the English board, it seems. So it's all getting sorted by Peter Cech. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Not CFC. You keep coming in, mate, in the back. I can't add you in because it says your device is not clear. You need to go on a different device, mate. I can't get you in at the moment because it won't allow me to. So come back, mate, if you can. Em, are you there, mate? I don't think Em's there, is he? Em's not there as well. I'm going to have to kick him as well. Yeah, so look, guys, I'm seeing Mount is available. Mount is available, not Reece. We know Reece James is not available. He also mentioned that Reece James was not going with the England squad. Yeah, is that correct?
Yes, he's correct. Okay. Because he says he's training on the pool. So
he's still on the pool, it seems.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Well, look, guys, I've already given you my reasons as to why I've put out this system and formation. This is why I think it could work, and why I think it could work is I basically explained that we need to be more attacking, more offensive, and I think with Cunningham, Hudson-Odoi, with Loftus-Cheek, with Mount, Werner, I think we can do that. But also Chilwell coming back in the team. I do think Jorginho should start over Kovacic if Ruben is to play. Because I think Ruben can do what Kovacic does, but also have the end product, which is something that we need as well. So, what is it that you guys would do differently?
Jem, who's fit though? Who's fit? Is Mountain that fit?
Mount's fit.
He is fit, but when he speaks, he says like he's kind of not like letting him start, like how he speaks from the.
Is James and that? What about Pulisic?
No James, no Pulisic. Forget them. It's just Mount. That's pass for it. Kante is out, James is out, and Pulisic is out. So it is what it is. Dan's there as well. Big up to him. So this is what I've gone with. I mean, let's start from the back going forward. Looking at Rudiger, Christensen, and Aspie, do you agree or would you do something differently there? What would you like to see?
Yeah, probably keep it like that. I'll keep it like that.
Yeah.
I think Tuchel will change Hudson-Odoi and put Aspie in the right wing. I don't know. I don't think maybe Joe will start.
You can't start Aspie right wing back, bro.
I know. I will not be surprised.
It's word. Whoever said that, it's lacking pace. There's no pace, like.
But Callum deserved to start. I'm 100%.
Regardless of what we think, that's what I think Tuchel's going to do as well.
Why can't you go to a 4 though?
But I don't think.
I don't think Cho starts. All Loftus-Cheek.
Why can't
maybe even Chilwell's even a doubt.
So
no, Chilwell should start.
Yeah, Declare.
Yeah, look, listen to what I said. I agree he should start.
Declare. Okay. You were saying in the chat that you were saying that. Well, you were saying in the chat that basically you think that Kovacic and Jorginho will play. It will play a strong team. Aspie as right wing back as well. Why do you think that?
I think you'll go with the classic. He didn't make it sound like we need, or even before, that we need like massive changes. He put it down to it was just poor form and like these guys will lift this game.
Do you know
it's not like he's gonna.
Sorry, go on, bro. Go on.
Finish. Just let people finish. And yeah, let's go. Go on.
Yeah, he didn't make it sound like it was just like a once-off. Sorry, that's what he made it sound like. It was a once-off. So I think he'll go with the classic tried and trusted team. I think Alonso starts
Yeah.
again as well.
I
Okay,
think.
so you
Sorry.
think? Go on, Em. Go on, mate. Go on.
So I just wanted to say, I think he'll drop Jorginho
Okay.
and put Kovacic and what's his name, Loftus-Cheek, because Jorginho had a shit game the other day, but Kovacic, out of everyone, was the only one that looked like he was actually gonna do something in it, even though
But
he
are we
wasn't.
burning him out as well? Are we not burning him out as well? That's my thing. Like they're both in the same sort of
True,
position.
but you
right?
have to play
No.
players that kind of informing. I think not informed, but players that are better than. All of them were terrible, but he was like good out of a terrible bunch on. Was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday isn't Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, Wednesday. Like out of all the players, he looked all right. Like that's why he didn't get
Or at
taken
the
off.
back. People
No,
saying.
and the thing
No.
is,
If we're going to have a switch, can I just ask something really quickly before we go on? Are we going to switch the system against Southampton? Do we think Tuchel's
No.
going to switch
No.
the system against Southampton?
No, of course not.
People
I
are
don't
acting
think
like
so.
in
The
a
system is
crisis
going
or
to be
something.
changed.
No, but you have
Listen,
to try something.
it's international week. There's no reason to rest anyone, right? It's the last
Yeah.
game before they go international, so they're just gonna play everyone, and
Yeah.
there's no reason to. And he made it out like it's a loss. It was just like a once-off. So he's gonna play the main players again. That's how I feel.
Agreed. And he did mention one more point that could support what M was actually saying.
Yeah.
He said that Lukaku, is combining well with Kovacic and Mount. At least in his
Yes,
perspective,
yeah.
he thinks that Mount and Kovacic are combining well with Lukaku. If that's the case, then he's probably going to give more preference to Kovacic than Jorginho in the next match at least.
That's what I'm saying. Like Kovacic is gonna play, and I think if Jorginho don't play, he's gonna bring in Loftus-Cheek
What
because
about Sal Niguez? Is he going to get his opportunity?
Nah,
I don't want to see Sal and
nah.
Kovacic, to be honest.
I think with Niguez, yeah, you gotta ease him in when we're popping. You don't
Yeah.
ease him in when we're not a crisis right now, but when we're not playing well, you don't put in people like that because when he came on, he hasn't been great. So when you put him on, it's kind of extra pressure. You have
Yeah.
to put in man that are doing all right. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Then when
To
we're
be-
popping, then you bring in Sal Niguez.
To be honest,
I
we'll
think-
probably see, Saul playing in the next Carabao Cup game. I don't see him playing in Premier League games now.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I do hear
No,
that.
I think Sal will play after internationals because
It's a waste of a loan, isn't it?
he's in the Spanish squad, and I think like because they're making them play 3 international games. They're trying to squeeze all these qualifiers in, so it's a lot of games in 10 days, and so I can see Sal starting the first game back on international if players have played too much in the international.
I want to go to Dan quickly. Dan, obviously you were in the chat saying that Mason Mount should not play this game. What's your thoughts on the lineup that we've got here, and why do you not want to see Mason Mount in this game, mate?
I just don't want him rushed back from injury. I think we've been overworked. Our midfield has been outworked the last couple of games, and that's probably why he would want to play him. But I said this last time, like when we have trouble, it shouldn't be, just bring a player that's been injured for a couple games right back in, and we expect he's going to change everything.
Yeah.
You got to find a solution with the team that you currently have with players that are fit and firing currently, and then you bring him as a sub, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
25 minutes, like he,
I
you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's fair for him to rush him back and say, yo, save us. Like that's not fair.
Yeah,
I
Dan.
don't think it's favours though, because if he's fit, he starts, doesn't he? He always starts anyway.
No,
So I don't
but
think
that
it's
is
our
Gem. I
fault
think
to
if
make
you
him
Listen, but that's what I didn't like about, and everybody, it's amazing people aren't saying that now, but they said that last year and a couple years ago. Whenever he was fit, he was overplayed consistently all the time. Whether he was in form or out of form, he was played. So if he's not, first of all, he's out of form, and if he's not 100% fit, because this is the first time in 2 years he's been missing because of injury.
Yeah.
First time in 2 years, he was just thrown back in. Start, play 90 minutes, give us, create for us. Nah.
Dan,
I think it will come in the second half. I think.
Tuchel must
Yeah,
answer the question.
I like that better. Come second
Tuchel
half.
must answer the question good because I think someone asked him like, "We've lost 2 games. Mount hasn't been there. He said like Wagwan basically. The reporter must have said Wagwan, and Tuchel said, "Listen, like, regardless if Mount
Did he actually say Wagwan?
Nah, he didn't say Wagwan, but
I'm joking.
if he said regardless if Mount, James, Pulisic are not there, it doesn't mean the team has to collapse. Like we can still win games
We should
without
be.
these lot. Do you know what I'm
We
trying to
should
say?
be. We have a
So-
good enough squad, don't we? But big up to Sasuke, who's given us a donation here. He says, why not play 4 at the back, more strength offensively? And yeah, there's lots of talks about the 4 at the back. I just don't see Thomas Tuchel doing that based on losing 2 games. You know, we're not in a crisis to be having to
And
do
to be honest, I'm not sure if this defense would be suitable to play a 4 at the back. I mean, not sure of Rudiger and Christensen playing that way.
That's the question.
In the back 4, I don't. To be honest,
it's a bigger risk. But with the Mount thing, you got to remember he's going international. So either I would have liked to prolong his, a lie about his injury, that he's still injured, and not play this game and not go on the international break, because regardless of what he does in this game, Southgate's going to fucking drain the fuck out of him now.
Yeah.
And he might get injured as well. We don't know. Because his international managers don't care.
I think he shouldn't play this game, and he can play a couple of the international games to get back in the flow of things. Like if he's bad for England, who cares, right? If he's rusty and he's playing for us and still rusty, that's bad for us. So let him play the England games. Let him get the rust out of his system in those England games. I think he'll still be rusty. That's why I don't want him to start.
Well, then let me ask you this, Dan. Who comes in then? Who's your front 3, mate?
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, Jim, innit? Because I wouldn't play Havertz or flipping Ziyech the way they're playing. I don't know.
I'll play Havertz.
One second. I'll stand. I'll stand. Dan, what is your front 3?
I'll play Havertz. I think Havertz. The front 3 you have, that's fine. Just add Havertz to it. And why I'm saying is this?
Dan and Jem, I do have a question before you complete this particular point, right? Why Werner now at the right wing? I mean, we used to putting him in the left wing, and we're seeing him playing the left wing. So why is there any this change? Havertz on the left and then Werner on the right?
Oh no! If
any
Havertz
particular
playing,
reason?
It'll be like that. The only reason I've done that was because of Mason Mount. I just want Mason Mount would play off the left with Werner, and Werner would play off the right. That's what I thought.
But I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be in the right wing, and because there is combination with Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I will make Kovacic with Jorginho, their place. To be honest,
Kovacic with Jorginho, you're saying, and then you'd have Ruben as the right? You're saying up there.
Yes, because what I see in Juventus, there was good combination chemistry together.
What about
on the right hand side?
Because I see a lot of people talking about Ross Barkley again. Oh yeah.
No.
Man, I was just kidding in the chat.
Guys, Loftus-Cheek is not a forward, an inside forward or a 10.
He's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't put him there.
I actually think it's going to be this. I think it's going to be them two. I've got this.
I do believe he can do Mount's role though.
What?
But Mount will be in the second half. He will come.
Mount will
100%.
20 minutes.
Werner, Havertz, and Lukaku, and then just.
He might even start. I
like that.
don't know, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't think
I understand. Yeah, I mean, why not? You guys want him in the team, but with Havertz, I understand he's out of form. But like I said about Mount, right? Even if Mount was out of form, he was still playing. You know what I'm saying? So why not play Havertz, get him back in the form, get him back firing, and he needs more responsibility. Like, let him know he has more responsibility by consistently playing.
But do you think Timo and Havertz will start?
I want to see it. I think
it's a possibility.
I actually want to see it.
I think it's a possibility, definitely.
Timo Werner needs to start, bro. That's all I know.
I agree.
Bro.
He does.
There's no way Timo Werner
has
to be on the bench, bro.
Timo
Werner has to play this game, bro. He scored against these last year as well.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, but look, the good thing,
Go on.
But Jem, this is a question for all the panelists. Are we in agreement that Hudson-Odoi is going to play this game? I mean, even if we wanted to play this game, from what I've heard from Tuchel, he's of the impression that Southampton are going to press high, and they are a high-pressing team. Generally, the way that we see Tuchel lining up against high-press team, he usually prefers Reece James so that he can track back. I mean, though Reece James is not available now, do you really see Hudson-Odoi playing there? I mean, we would like to, but my question is, would Tuchel prefer Hudson there?
He might do it because the thing is, they're not Man City. They're not going to press us high the whole 90 minutes. Do you get it? So they might do it for 20 minutes and get tired. So what I'll tell Hudson-Odoi is you have to stay up as far as possible. Like play like a winger, but just know you're a wing back, if that makes any sense. So what Tuchel has to do is get the wing backs mad high, like they're wingers, so that we can create like an overload. Because when Alonso and Aspie play, bro, they're not wingers, bro. They're just gonna be passive. Like Alonso gets up, but then you get what I'm trying to say. Like against Juventus, they were just pinned. They
They
didn't
do
want to
that
go
already,
forward.
bro.
Yeah, but if you see if
Juventus
there
was
is
just slow.
no continue.
Hey, look, he's gonna play Aspie, man, and Cho comes on. I think that's the bit. I think
Yeah, I kind of
Aspie
think
runs
that
for a good hour
he's
or
gonna do that.
70 minutes. Yeah.
What you
But I
think?
think
Chalobah will play? Who thinks Chalobah will play?
Right, yeah, Chalobah and
That's a
Aspie
shout.
probably.
That's a shout.
yeah,
That is a
yeah.
shout.
Should show.
Then it will be
Chalobah, we
then
saw Chalobah play in midfield the other day. Can he do that with maybe like
yeah.
a Ruben? Maybe. Can we see
It
something
was
like
good.
that?
The game's a bit because we're not really. We
Yeah,
haven't
you're talking
won
about
back to
cup
back. We need to
formations.
play. I doubt it, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We
But
still do need the strongest team.
The reason why he did that was because he wanted a more defensive, solid player while he was playing his 2-8s. When he played Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he couldn't have
You're right.
Jorginho in there. He's not solid, so he gave up the possession or movement of the ball or whatever Jorginho does in there, and replaced it with an actual defensive mid, so you can have your couple eights. I
But
want to try that more.
but guys,
Yeah.
if Thiago Silva is fit, then I think Christensen will be in the right center back. But
Why
I don't
though?
think so
Why?
because I think Asby will start as the right wing back. To be honest, I don't know. Like I feel, but I don't know.
His decision making has been a bit poor, man. Like,
I know, but Tuchel, this is what he thinks. Like,
but then
I
you
don't-
think Adoy's decision making is poor as well. So it's like, either way, we're fucked.
yeah,
We're fucked, bro.
yeah.
We are fucked. Unless Adoy does a
See-
miracle tomorrow, I don't know, man.
But his
Hey, we
defense
haven't
is a
lost two
problem.
in a row to see a drastic change. But I don't think Tuchel will do a drastic change.
I think there's
From
no
two
need
games.
to
I think
panic,
give
but
teams a chance.
we need the personnel to step up, man. We need players to actually
Yeah.
I
stop
agree.
being
Yeah.
complacent in it. There's too many players that got complacent after we've been on this good run in it. Do you get me? You're gonna get dips
Yeah.
in form. It's about how you bounce back and show character in it.
Big
You
up,
know what
Brett.
I'm trying to
That
say, like,
And we did.
Yeah,
and
so
the
if you
one thing I
believe
would
that, do
say
you
is
think he will drop players? Sorry.
Well, I think he will. I don't think you'll see the same team against Juventus playing against Southampton. Like, I don't think it'll be anything like that. He's got to freshen it up a little bit, I think, as well.
yeah, I agree with Chilwell. I think Chilwell will play. I don't see Alonso
Yeah.
playing because
That's the only one
Alonso,
I
man.
can see, and maybe Werner, but
Alonso,
Yeah.
Not too
Werner
much.
has to cut. If Werner don't play tomorrow, that's how you know Tuchel don't rate him. If he don't
Yeah.
start, Tuchel don't rate him, bro. He really
big
don't rate him.
didn't
Hey,
Werner have
hey,
a great game
remember-
against
remember-
Southampton last year?
Yeah.
remember
Literally,
Yeah.
bro.
He
Yeah,
starts.
maybe.
early this year, Jim, I told you Tuchel doesn't like this guy. I said he doesn't like. He literally doesn't like him. That's why he doesn't play him.
He played him like all season. Like, when he came in, he was playing him all
Told
time.
you he had no choice. He had no choice, man.
That's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh.
He had nobody
then-
else. Listen, how do
It's
you
a
go
bit-
from playing? How do you go from playing almost every game under a manager, and then the next season, even with the attacking players playing poorly, he doesn't start him.
Yeah, but
He barely
that's
plays.
survival, bro.
You don't like this guy,
I
man.
even think Dan, I even think you would pick him over the players that are playing right now, bro.
Yeah,
You'd
he would.
pick him, bro.
He
You would pick
If
him, bro.
Pulisic-
Yeah.
Oh,
You would pick him, bro.
Over
Pulisic is
honestly,
fit.
over Ziyech, 100%, 100%.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Tuchel's getting his selection kind of wrong because how he plays Havertz or Ziyech over Werner baffles me, bro. Because Werner hasn't been shit this season. The games he's played, he hasn't really been that bad compared to the others. The others been shocking, bro.
for me,
I don't know
currently,
how the others have got.
he's an
mixed, bro.
unknown. He's an unknown right now, right? And I also think the only way he works is you playing a two up top. This three system
But then-
with him is the flow is going to be completely different. But if you're going to
But
do
then
that,
Dan,
right?
yeah.
Sorry, if you're going to do that,
Sorry, bro.
you don't have to
go on.
play. You don't have to play a double six and then 1-8. Do what you did against play two eights, play Ruben and whoever else maybe. Fuck, I don't even know what to say really.
If
Um,
Pulisic was not injured, I would put the placement of Timo Werner, to be honest, because he's good at
Pulisic is
forward.
always
and
injured, brother. We've played
Yeah.
9 games and he's played 1.
I think this is the last
Second
year.
last.
Yeah, I'm
last year.
getting fed up
Like
with that guy,
whatever
man.
plan we
I
have,
really rate him.
whatever
I rate
plan
him
we
a
have
lot, but
for our attack getting better, Pulisic, don't include Pulisic in your plans. He's like an extra
yeah,
bonus. If he's there, cool. If
bro.
he's not,
Yeah,
but don't base your plan on if Pulisic gets back, maybe he can build a
Yeah,
relationship.
we do that
Yeah,
a lot as Chelsea fans. You know, we
Yeah.
look at individuals that ain't in the team and go, "That's our answer." We do it all the
No, but
time. Like,
Pulisic
but
specifically.
that's why Tuchel said let's just focus on who's available. I rate
yeah.
that, to be honest, because that means like you're giving to some of the players some like respect. Because if you go Mount's not here, fuck it hell, how are we gonna win? You think the
Yeah,
players
yeah.
will think players will be like, what? So you just think this guy's just gonna win us games all the time, and it's not gonna create a good atmosphere in the dressing room, man. So I
well,
rate it, innit?
the most important thing I want to talk on this topic quickly. Just try and stay on this topic. I want to talk about Lukaku, and there's been talks about him. I had someone in the chat earlier saying that Lukaku is affecting the system at the moment because he's very static. He's not mobile enough. He doesn't move enough, which means that the system that we have is very hard to play how we did last year. If that makes sense. Obviously, the way I've set this team up today, I obviously want to see more. I've built it around Lukaku because you've got Loftus-Cheek, you've got Hudson-Odoi, you've got Mount. I think these guys and Chilwell. I think these guys are the guys that can create for Lukaku more, with Timo Werner being close to him, which then will free him up in front of goal. So, what's your thoughts on Lukaku? Is he a bit of an issue with the system? Like, is the system we're struggling with the system with Lukaku because he is very static and he doesn't make his runs and
Jim,
Jim,
this is what I'll say, right? First, the thing is, Antonio Conte a couple of days before came out and said that they don't know how to utilize Lukaku, like after the Juventus game, right? And I'm not going to sit here and then judge Tuchel saying that he doesn't know how to play Lukaku and all of that. But then the way that I see this is like it's either the system or you change the system according to Lukaku, just because he's 98 million. So what do you want to do? That's the question for me. Like that's Tuchel's decision to make. But then what are we gonna do here, right? Because you cannot make Lukaku agile all of a sudden. He's not going to do that. He's not like Havertz who just glides across. He's not Mount who can sprint or Werner who can sprint. He's not that. He brings in a different equation to this game. So
yeah,
I want to tell you that every match I watch from Lukaku, like how he plays, there is a lot of chances like they say to the other players to let him pass, and he get angered. Like why he not passing? There is much chances that he cannot get it from the players or in the midfield or Havertz or Timo Werner. I see it a lot of time. Like why? Like there's a problem in the situation as like how to pass the ball like in his right position, like in the right time. But that's the issue. And Tuchel said this, like he said it, that you should be on time when you pass to Lukaku.
Fair enough. I mean, Dan, what's your thoughts on Lukaku? Do you think we struggle? Are we struggling to fit him in the system? Is the system suffering because of his lack of movement? What do you think?
I think Tuchel just needs to figure out how to play with a center forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like last year, he didn't play with one. But unless you have, because the way Lukaku plays is he plays basically as like a sounding board, right? You play to him, you make runs off him, and he's gonna get you the ball, right? But he's basically the focal point. You get the ball to him, and he moves it around. But you need runners at all times. Like we've played with strikers like this before, where you need to have a 1-2 combination with them. Yes, they're gonna make runs here and there, but they're not the most. They're not players who are going to press or just keep pressing. They're not energy guys. Like Drogba wasn't an energy guy. Costa wasn't. Giroud wasn't. You know what I mean? They require you to play that 1-2 with them, that combination pass with them, and then you move. And our players aren't doing that much. I know Tuchel said Mount and Kovacic know how to play with Lukaku or know better. And that's probably because they played with Tammy, right? Who's a traditional center forward who doesn't sprint around, doesn't run around. He's right there. They play with Giroud, who's a traditional center forward, doesn't run around, blah, blah, blah. Havertz never did that. You know what I mean? At least for Chelsea. He never played with Giroud. He never really played with Tammy. Even though when he did play with Tammy, it was great. But over the course of a season, he was essentially the false nine whenever he played, right? He was the main guy, and now he's not. So he needs to learn how to adapt his game to playing with them. Learn those 1-2s. Werner as well. I mean, I was saying this when they both play together. Like, they're making different runs. They're not looking for each other, and they're too far apart. Werner is making a run all the way through the left, a through ball in. Lukaku's all the way central. There's no other player in there. So it's like, where are you supposed to? What's the point? You know what I mean? And it's not their fault. It's just you have to adapt your game to playing with the striker game with. So
no, I hear you. I do hear what you're saying, and that makes a lot of sense. So big up for the donation. This is big up Pineapple, big up the panel, big up to you, Sasuke, as well, mate. Thank you for.
Can I weigh in too, Jim, about Lukaku?
Go on, Declare. Go on, mate. Go on.
Yeah, because I find that quite strange. In the 4 games that we won against Tottenham, Arsenal, Villa, and Zenit, no one ever said, well, we still don't know how to play with Lukaku. We still don't know how, we're not getting the best out of him. No one said nothing. Until we started losing, everyone's saying, oh, we don't know how to play with Lukaku. I think...
But they were saying that then because all Lukaku's assists were coming from wing backs and the 6s, not really from the 10s or from the attacking players. So they were saying that attacking players haven't really learned how to play with him much.
Yeah, but you remember when he played with Havertz and Mount? There was just a slight miss and slight, like they almost had him, they almost crossed it in and stuff. But they were just very narrow. Like you could tell that was gonna improve in a few games, but it wasn't we're playing. Yeah, like he's playing in a wrong position or something. I think the way we're playing was okay. Those games, those teams sat back high too. You could just tell that it just needed a little bit more time and more understanding within the players. Yeah, but not that we're playing him in the wrong way.
Here's what I'll say: when you saw Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku for those first few games, right? The problem wasn't us getting to the final third or creating those chances. Our problem was the final ball. What do we do with it once a player taking a shot instead of passing, a player passing instead of shooting, making the wrong pass? The last couple of games, we haven't even gotten there. You know what I mean? We haven't even gotten close to their box where we can create chances and, you know what I mean, clear-cut chances. Yeah. Every other game, people were complaining about, our system, blah blah blah. But I just saw, mess ups in terms of the final ball. The system itself was creating chances. You know what I mean? Like you can point to that Liverpool.
100%. Then, and what I'm comparing to is compared to last season, bro.
Declare. How many chances do we create that Liverpool game, the Aston Villa? You can go all the way back. The only game was that Zenit game, and that Zenit game you started with Mount, Ziyech, and Lukaku. Mount and Ziyech are similar players, so of course it wasn't going to work. We were a lot more fluid when Havertz came in, and then we got the goal. So I do think that's a little bit overstated, in that we don't create any chances. Like the last 2 games have been an anomaly. It's been really, really, really bad, but before that, it wasn't this bad at all. We're creating chances, we just weren't finishing and clicking yet.
But wait, do you think this guy was really bad since last year?
I think this statement sums up everything, bro.
You said what?
This statement, the guy Brian of
when feeding Lukaku isn't working, being strategically taken away, there needs to be alternative players need to take the onus on themselves to find another way to penetrate and create openings. And I agree with that. We do need more. When we're not able to get Lukaku in games, you do need more from the people behind. You need someone to step up. You need someone to contribute. And this is why I say it's important that we have goals across the team. It's important.
Jim, I have a question now. Did you guys see any player can score out of the box?
That's a big point, That's a big point to do.
Yeah, bro. That's the basic reason we bought Saul Niguez, right? I mean,
only Mount. That's the only person I'm thinking of based on evidence.
Kante's blessed from God, man. You can score from out.
No, okay. Kante only bugs out once in a while. So it's going to be rare for
probably Mason Mount, probably Ziyech if he ever gets form. Ziyech could probably
Marcus Alonso.
When you guys look at Man United, Bruno Fernandes, he can score out of the box or inside the box.
That's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Hey, you guys don't want to play like Ollie, where you're required to just
No.
Look, hold on. How many times does Bruno miss? He takes heaps of shots for no reason.
But then he
if you
scored a
wanted
lot,
him to
bro. He
shot,
scored
he
a lot of
scored
goals,
one
bro.
goal.
Barkley.
Hey, I'll admit he scored one goal, but he wasted a lot of balls.
Well, listen,
And if you're watching it, and if he didn't score, everyone will be piling up on him.
Now,
Right?
he
And
took
Barkley
he
shouldn't
took
play again,
over
bro.
fam. He took over 172 shots last year. Werner took like 85. Mount took like 84. Yeah,
But
it's a he shoots,
Mount took over 85 shots or something, I think it was, and only
and
had like,
we said that was too much, right? We said he was shooting too much. Like you're shooting way too much.
it was the conversion rate which was poor because it was going left, right, and centre off
Fam,
target.
his conversion rate was better than Bruno's. Bruno took 172 shots, fam.
Nah,
Look
yeah,
it
mate.
up.
Daniel.
I'm not lying to you. I promise you, I'm not.
Yeah, but
Look it
Daniel,
up. See how many
He had
shots he took.
170 shots, Dan.
bro, of course he's gonna bag more goals, bro. That's double the amount. You're gonna
That's what I'm
score.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You
The
have
players
to.
need to take more shots. Then they need to take 200 shots a year. 200 shots.
Yeah.
Take 200
They
shots,
need to
bro.
take
You're
this.
gonna
Yeah,
score.
they need to take the spaces. Yeah.
You guys know Bruno's like
They
a
need to
midfielder
do
too.
what Rudiger's doing,
Plays
man.
deep now.
He really got he's just a donut. He needs to stop
No,
doing that.
I only need one player taking that many shots, and that's
Rudiger
Lukaku.
needs to chill with that shooting from range,
If he
man.
shoots that many times,
as well to do it.
if he shoots that many times, he's scoring 30 goals.
Yeah.
You can't see Timo Werner like the same as in Bundesliga. How he scores.
Do you know what we
just
need to
know.
do tomorrow? We need to stop with this sideways nonsense. We need to penetrate from the get-go, man. How many times do we go sideways? I don't get why
Yeah,
they do
I
it, bro.
agree. Yeah.
Why does
Just
no
people
one want to
touched on
say,
that.
listen,
Did you guys
give me
hear
the
that?
ball? Like someone needs to take the ball and say, fuck it, I'm gonna just do a run. I'm gonna do something. What's with this sideways?
Hey, come on, man. We don't have Messi. That's
Bro,
just gonna go.
it's like no one wants the ball, bro. You give it to this person, no, I don't want
They
it. I'll give
don't.
it
Hey,
back to
there
that
is not one
person.
player in that team that played that felt confident enough to take on any player.
Bro, I'm looking at Kovacic. I'm thinking, okay, only Kovacic in that team
He
that
can't
played
shoot.
could do
He
something,
can't
but
shoot. He can't
Oh,
shoot.
sorry,
no
my
one wants to
bad.
take
Yeah,
risks,
Kovacic.
fam. I hope
Kovacic
Yeah.
can't shoot.
if Loftus
He
Cheek
can't
plays
shoot for
tomorrow,
shit.
yeah, he can't shoot. Bro.
If we have
Loftus
see,
Cheek
something
plays
that
tomorrow, he needs to drive, bro.
If I was-
This is what I was
if-
moaning about against Juventus, right? We'll get to the edge of the box, right? And it will land to Kovacic. I wouldn't even bother, like, moving.
Yeah, he won't shoot, bro. He'll
He
never
is
shoot, bro.
He's just thinking and not make it late in the shot. Like he just want to
No,
shoot.
he's-
And with the
can't
Lukaku thing, we need to play into him more. We don't play him into it because he's pinning people and no one wants to give him the ball. And
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
I
what's
agree.
wrong with you lot? He
But
wants the ball.
if you play it into him, follow it, right? Because he's going to give it back to you. You can't just play it into him. He has 3 players on him, and you stand back like, all right, Lukaku, do your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like combination play is very, very important, and it seems like our players haven't figured that out yet. Like even if Kovacic passes him the ball, you know, with Werner all the way on the left. I'm just going by that previous game. With Werner all the way on the left, if Kovacic passes you the ball, Kovacic follow it. Because who's he going to pass to? You know what I mean? Like you have to play with it. And not just him. I'm talking about everybody, like all the midfielders, the second strikers or number 10s. You know, the combination play needs to be a lot better. It's so poor right now.
If I was a journalist, I will tell Tuchel why nobody can score out of the box. Like ask him a question like that. I just want to know.
Yeah, ask the question. He watches the channel, bro. Ask it.
Minerals now. Right, Rafa knows who his bigger player is. Big up to Johnny in the chat. He's calling for Minerals Mount to get back in as well.
What there was fight yesterday. Kai and Johnny. I don't know what happened.
Where was this?
Yeah, and Monster stream.
Oh man, leave that, bro. Leave.
Yeah.
Were they arguing?
Yeah, come on. I want to watch a replay.
Basically, do I need to go and watch it, Dan? Is that what you're telling me? Go and watch it.
Popcorn's out, Johnny Bob.
Dan's gone quiet. Was it bad? Okay.
If he speaks, he's in trouble. That's what I'm
You sound like Jose Mourinho if I speak.
It was bad, man. It was bad. It didn't have to go that far, but you know, it is what it is.
Don't please don't put Johnny ruins every street. Leave Johnny alone, man. Johnny, become Mason's new girlfriend, please.
Relax, man. Don't get involved.
Leave Johnny alone. I love about Johnny, right? He just says what he feels, and that is what it's about. None of us
I agree.
actually are right. Because we think we have an opinion, it doesn't mean we're always right with our opinion.
Yeah.
It's just our opinion. And people need to understand that you're going to have differences, especially in football. I like Werner, Dan doesn't. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have that issue. Do you know what I mean? Like,
The-
I don't
the
rate
one thing-
Jorginho as much as other people rate Jorginho. Like,
One thing you gotta rate with Johnny though, he defends the plays to the end, man.
Yeah.
He always gives them chances. That's what I rate about him.
Yeah, but after Juventus lost, everyone sounded like Johnny. Everyone talked about how much we needed
But
Mason Mount.
we miss
So,
Mason Mount.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
We missed
Score
Mason Mount that
predictions.
game.
Score predictions, guys. What are we saying? I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Viewers, I want to know your score predictions as well. Let's try and get to 100 likes if you can. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. We are moving on to the score predictions for Chelsea versus Southampton. Let us know in the chat. I'll start. I am going with a Chelsea win because I feel like we have to bounce back, and I think we will win 2-0 is what I'm going with. I don't think they will score, and I think Lukaku will score, and I'm going to keep saying it until he scores. Timo Werner. So yeah, Lukaku and Timo Werner is who I'm going with. What are you saying, VJ? Is he there? I don't know if he's there or not. Paul Star, what are you saying?
I would say I can't because all the time when I go to Steam, they say prediction. I say 2-0, and it does not happen. I would say 1-0. I don't know. I can't. I think Lukaku will score. That's it. I never get good prediction. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. What you saying, Hassan?
We have to bounce back tomorrow because don't City play Liverpool this week, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. They do
exactly. So we have to win.
Yeah.
We have to win.
We have to. Yeah.
Like personally, for me, it has to be a 2 or 3-0. Like first statement.
I agree, but yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. What are you saying, Dan?
Sandwiches.
What are we saying? We
Yeah,
have
you know what, I think
So-
Southampton is going to try to play because they don't have they can't park the bus, but they're going to try to play like City did, which is stupid. You can't press the whole 90 minutes like they can, and we're going to trash them. Yeah, games like we still need to figure out how to deal with games like Zenit, games like City when we're pressed to fucking hell, or games like Juve when they're just parking the bus. But Southampton is going to be none of those games. They're going to give us space, time, and chances. So, I'm not as much worried about our system or effectiveness in this game. I think I think it's going to be a 3-0 comfortable win, honestly.
But is it in
Wow.
home? Is it in home or away?
It don't matter. They're going to come at us, and that's not smart.
Okay.
Do you think they'll come at us? You don't think they're going to do low blocks, Southampton? I know we
They're
didn't
not.
speak.
Southampton doesn't really low block us. They always try to press and attack us and come at us. And even though we're all down on our players based on the Juve game and the City game, they're not City. If we lose this game or if we draw based on them over pressing us or anything like that, then Tuchel is
Then
big.
that's a real worry.
But
Then
where,
That's gonna be a real worry.
where the match will be at where? Like in Stamford Bridge or where?
Stamford Bridge, yeah, Stamford Bridge.
Okay.
Stamford Bridge, it is. What we saying? You disappeared again. What are you saying?
Score predictions.
Yeah.
I got to match myself in it, so I'm hoping when I turn my phone on, because I'll be playing at the same time, so I'm hoping when I turn my phone on, I see 3-0 in it.
3-0.
So I hope it's a 3-0 thing. I think they're gonna put pressure on us early, but I thought we'll pull through in it. Do you know what I'm saying? We have to show some sort of character. So I'm looking like a 3-0. Yeah, man.
I changed my prediction. It will be 2-0. I changed it.
2-0. Good man.
2-0. And then we've got a easy fixture list, but we've got a fixture list that we should start to being able to recoup some points.
Taking on points, you're right.
We'll have a quick look at it before we leave the stream, just to show people that we have what we have coming up as well, because it is interesting. Right, so we have got Southampton tomorrow at 3. And then we play Brentford away, which, let's be fair, they're giving the bigger teams a bit of a run for their money. But however, I think the way they play would probably work in our favour because of space. But we'll talk about that on when it comes. Then we've got Malmo at home. Then we've got Norwich away. And then we've got Southampton again on the 26th of October in the EFL Cup. Newcastle to finish off October away, which is kind of like a bogey stadium for us. But We won last year there, so hopefully we won't have that case again. And then even if like you go into November up to Leicester, Malmo, and then Burnley. So it's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 7 or 8 games that are winnable for us. You know, these games where we can accumulate points. So this will be a big month for Chelsea. I'm telling you, especially in terms of winning a league. I think
We have to get all 20. We have to get 24 points.
People, listen. All the people in the last couple of days that have been chatting shit about Lukaku and our system and everything else. When he stat pads against all these teams, and he's getting 2 goals, 3 goals, I don't want you to come in here and be happy and excited. You know what I mean? Because he's going to stat pad. You think all these Vestergaard and these rest of these guys are like Chiellini and Bonucci? They're not. They're not close.
Yeah, right.
You're going to bully them.
Hey,
And that's
yo,
what
Chiellini
against the biggest team.
is bare underrated, you know.
Who?
Well underrated.
Nah, he's not. He's still a top. He's still a top player. But
But a lot of people disregard him, man. Like, he's quality, man.
quality, man. But I'm saying he's not facing Diaz
Yeah.
Port. He's not facing. You know what I mean? He's going to manhandle
is
these
he
guys.
not a big game player then? Dan, is this true? What all the rivals
No,
are saying?
in the
about
big
him being a
games,
big game
in the
player?
big
Yeah.
games, honestly, I haven't seen him have a. He's not Drogba. You know what I mean? Drogba was a one-man army in terms of the big games and the bigger moments where he would do it by himself. But you have to have the team has to play well in those big games as
Yeah.
well, and also feed him. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen him, win games on his own in big games, but I haven't seen it enough for me to say he can do that if we're not playing well. You know what I'm saying? But if we play well in that big game, he's definitely going to score. In these games though, he's going to
wrap
stack
up.
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, right, in the big games though, there is context, because if the team don't play well, then he's not gonna get his service.
Yeah, that's true as well. That is true.
We need to
Are we
return,
going to have the same issues we've had the last 2 games in creating? If we can create like we did last season and give him 4 or 5 chances, I don't doubt that he will stat pad. It's just, are we going to do that? Are we going to create enough in games for him? Because we've got to talk about our first half. Our first half, the poor. We're not good enough in first half games. I don't know why. We're just so slow and predictable. We need to change that massively.
You know what I think? I think it's because of our style. We try to wear teams out the first half and then put a lot of pressure on them because they get tired. You know what I mean? They get tired chasing the ball. They get tired of us counter pressing them the first half, and the second half we tear them apart. And I think that was evident last season as well.
Yeah.
A lot of our goals were second half after we wear the team down. They keep chasing us, trying to get the ball, and when they do get the ball, counter press them a lot. Gets them tired, gets them mentally tired, and then we score. You know what I mean? So, I'm not so much opposed to the way we play in terms of I do want us to get a lot more early goals, like the Arsenal game. That was a quick early goal, made them come out, allowed us to score a lot more goals. But if we can't do that, then we can still just keep our system, play well the first half, put a lot of pressure on them, make them run, make them try to press us, quote unquote, and get tired. And then we also counter press them when they have the ball. Second half is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I do hear you. Weekly update saying I don't blame Lukaku. I'm just saying he needs to drop deep to help build. And then he says him standing outside the box does not help. Him jogging on the pitch, not pressing, does not help. I don't blame him. I blame Tuchel and his big game record. He needs to prove it.
There is a quote that says Antonio Conte about the Lukaku situation, or how to solve it. Did you see it?
No, tell me.
It's in the Twitter. I can't see it because it says in Twitter in Absolute Chelsea. You can check.
I'll read it. Yeah.
I'll read it. Yeah, look at
Antonio
it.
Conte is just trying to get his job back, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. Guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in to the Chelsea Southampton preview show. It's been a great one as always. Big up to all of you. I hope you have a great weekend. Continue smashing the like button, please. Let's try and get this up to 100 likes. There's still over 90 of you here. Please subscribe as well. We're on our road to 3K subscribers. Route is 2.9, and we're not far from the 2.9K mark as well. And I won't be around. There will be shows on. I won't be around though because it's my birthday weekend. So unfortunately, you might see me tomorrow. I'm not sure yet because the missus is ill, so I might have to cancel my birthday plans, which is annoying. But we move. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens over the weekend. Hopefully, Chelsea get the win. Big up to Couch Critic. Go and check him out on his channel as well, which you can find on my Twitter page as well. You can click into his channel, Couch Critic. We done a show yesterday. We done a strategy breakdown, a tactical breakdown, analogy of how Chelsea played against Juventus and why it didn't work and what they need to do moving forward and stuff. So make sure you go and follow him on Couch Critic on YouTube as well. Big up to him. Big up, Jim. The channel will be a hit soon. Just happy birthday. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that as well. I appreciate all you guys being here to support the channel as well. Big up the panelists and chatters is what Couch is saying. Thank you, man. Have a good one. And yeah, guys, take care. Hopefully we are not moaning. Yeah. Hopefully we get nice 2-3-0 win. Lukaku gets a couple goals and we move. But take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekends. And I'll be back.
Hold it, bro.
Peace.
Take care, man.
Peace.
Peace.